Okay, let's go ahead and switch gears. We're going to look in the rear view mirror as we try to talk about maybe some things that went wrong for the USF Bulls when they faced the Canes this past weekend. Of course, it was a strong Canes team. Did Miami expose USF football team? Or was Miami just really that good?
And the team hosts the South Carolina State Bulldogs at noon on Saturday at Ray J. So it's the Bulls versus the Bulldogs. A chance to come back. Of course, not against a ranked team, but still, we're talking to Jim Lighthall. We're looking forward to that one. And by the way, you hear Jim on the Bulls radio broadcast on Q105. So good to see you, Jim.
Good to see you guys. Welcome back.
Welcome back. And welcome back to you. And so I've got to ask you, though, what was it like observing this loss? As we just asked the question there, this is just a really great Canes team. Now they're ranked number 4. The bummer is we don't really get an opportunity to play maybe Navy. They're the ones who got votes last week. So what happens from here?
Yeah, well, a couple of the teams in the American, as we look down the road, Tulane is really the team that a lot of people are looking at as a possible Group of 5 representative in the college football playoff, and the Bulls don't play them in the regular season. If they see them, it would be in the American Conference title game. So again, that's all the way into December. As for this past weekend, Miami's just really, really good. I mean, we talked about this last week. I said how good they were up front, offensive and defensive line, and I think they showed that. I think they showed why they're the 5th best team in the country and now the 4th best team. What really impressed me was their explosive plays, their ability to get down the field. And when we talk about explosive plays, we say 15 yards on pass plays, 10 or more yards on running plays. They had 18 of those in that game. And of course, it was wet conditions, and there was an hour, 42-minute rain delay. It turned into a long night, not only on the field, but off the field for the broadcasters as well. But it's one of those games where, you know, I think if everyone had told Bulls fans at the start of the year, after these first 3, you'll be 2-1, everyone would have taken that. Sure, we wanted to be 3-0 after the Miami game, but I'll take 2-1 at this point.
Sure, Coach said it was humbling.
And it's got to be. And that's what I wanted to talk about, the mental aspects, because I feel like, you know, you had the nation spotlight, the nation darling. We talked about how much media Coach Golish was getting. And now it's like, okay, now we can really just focus on the schedule. So that's got to be nice from a game perspective point. But talk about a little bit the mindset, the change, because it's definitely got to be felt for the players. Yeah,
and I thought Coach Golish did a great job when he was addressing his players the week of the Miami game. And he said, this is a big game because you've made it a big game. And they did that by beating Boise and by beating Florida. Had they not beaten those 2 teams, no one would have talked about USF and Miami. So, again, I think that this is a really good South Florida team.
Good.
They didn't play poorly. I just think Miami was that good. So there is some encouragement as you look forward to the schedule. South Carolina State coming up on Saturday. Then there's a bye week. And usually you say, oh, the bye week comes at a good time. Everybody's busted up and you can get people healthy. They're really not that busted up. They're pretty healthy as a team. They'll get some offensive linemen back. They'll get a defensive lineman back, hopefully, here in the next week or 2. And then you have Charlotte, who's one of the worst teams in the American, to open your conference schedule. So, again, the next 3 games look pretty, or 3 weeks, that is, look pretty good for USF.
Less than 30 seconds to go, Jim. I've got to ask you, though, Coach Golish, rumors of Virginia Tech going after him. That's going to happen all season, right? We're going to hear that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the more they win, the hotter a candidate he is. This will happen all year long as other teams fire their coaches and the Bulls keep winning. That tells me that Coach Golish is doing a good job because other teams don't look for bad coaches.
I'm such a fan.
If you run into Jim at the game at Ray J on Saturday, be sure and say, happy birthday, Jim Lighthall.
Oh, that's right, yes. Saturday's my birthday, yep.
Thanks for being here.
Get a win.
Thanks,
Get
guys.
a win on the birthday for him.